woman was just trying to unbuckle her boyfriend's belt when she accidentally hit the boy on the road. The young couple saw this situation and was scared on the spot. They had been slow for a few minutes before her girlfriend got up the courage to get out of the car and check. However, when she reached the front of the car, she found that the poor boy was completely not breathing. The woman was frightened. She hurried back to the car. She was trying to persuade her boyfriend to surrender to the police. But the next second, the other party directly started the car. He decided that with no witnesses and no surveillance around, it was best to leave quickly. But they never expected that the scene that just happened was all taken down by the little boy's father with a drone. When he arrived at the scene, only a cold body was left on the ground. He thought of his son before his death, and his heart broke with grief. But he did not turn over the photographic evidence to the police, because he had secretly vowed in his heart that he would make the murderer pay for his blood. Soon, he found the information of the vehicle through the internet, and after locking the target, the old man formulated a thorough revenge plan. He stalked them for several days before moving in and becoming a friendly neighbor. After a period of time, the old man successfully obtained the trust of the young couple, and he slowly exposed his own purpose. He first gave them a 3-day tour of the Arctic sightseeing tickets, but also kindly helped them to plan the tour route. The young couple is very happy. They think they have met a wonderful person, but they do not know that a crisis is coming. The next morning, they set off with the dog. In the evening, the man was going to chat in the tent, but then his girlfriend suddenly found a laser red dot. The two were terrified and immediately ran out to check on the situation, but found nothing. Unexpectedly, the next second, the red dot actually shone on the girlfriend. They looked at the strange scene in front of them and suddenly did not have the mind to play and hurried back to pack up and prepare to leave. However, the dog beside him seemed to sense something and rushed out with a sudden rush. This to people completely panicked. Even do not take the luggage to the distance to flee, but just a few meters after they ran out, a flare rose into the air and their whereabouts were instantly exposed. The man quickly pulled his girlfriend into the woods, and after making sure no one was coming, they spent the night in a rundown cabin. Early the next morning, the two men followed the footprints back to the tent to retrieve their mobile phones and car keys. They were shocked to see the dog's head cut off and thrown inside. The man was looking for his car keys when his hand was caught in a clip, but two people can't only go on foot through the snow, but not so far out. They found a figure in front. Two people quickly lie on the ground to avoid bullets. The man, according to a period of observation, he finally perceived the law. He found that for every shot fired, there was a pause of about 10 seconds, so the two planned to get up and run at the same time. After the next gunshot, the girlfriend ran as fast as she could into the woods behind her. But the man was not so lucky. Man was a mysterious man shot down on the spot. To girlfriend's reaction, he has been shrouded in snow, lost direction. At this time, the injured man also rushed over, and the result was that the terrain was unfamiliar and fell into the lake. Fortunately, his girlfriend heard the voice calling for help and rescued him in time, which saved the man's life. The two were shivering with cold, unable to move an inch. They were about to faint when they spotted a wooden house in front of them. Two people went inside to light the oil lamp to warm each other. So after spending the night safely, they thought they were successfully out of danger. Did not expect the day just bright. A man with a weapon appeared outside the house. Two people saw the instant heartbeat accelerated, because this person is likely to be after their murderer. So they immediately jumped out of the window to escape and hid in a hole in the tree, but eventually they were found by the other side. Crisis moment. Girlfriend took out a flare at the past. At the same time that the other was knocked down, the flame also lit up his cotton jacket. Two people find the opportunity to immediately run outside, and the result is not far out. His girlfriend found a snowmobile. Just when she was wondering, a man with a gun suddenly appeared. He looked at the other side, afraid of repeatedly back. The man hurriedly asked her what happened. Under the man's surprise attack, the bearded man inexplicably died on the spot. The two men now had no time to think about it and quickly drove each other's snowmobiles to leave the scene. After driving for some distance, they finally found an inhabited house. They ran into the house and asked the homeowner to help the police, but did not expect the other party not only did not do it, but also called a mysterious person. Then it is a knife threat. They are not allowed to leave, but the people can only hide in the bedroom. The man found that the house was filled with not only pictures of his life with his girlfriend, but also pictures of the little boy they had run over and killed. Then the door was suddenly opened and an old man with a shotgun came in, and it was none other than their longtime good neighbor. At this moment, the two finally understand everything, but it is too late to regret. They were about to pay the price for what they had done when the woman began to beg for mercy, saying that she was pregnant. After the old men are very soft, slowly put down the weapon, but suddenly hit two people dizzy with the gun rod. When the woman came out of the coma, she found herself bound and unable to move, and the man was holding a power drill in his hand. Next, the old man threatens to use a power drill to get into his girlfriend's stomach so he can live, but the man couldn't do anything, and the next minute the old man shot the man in the head. The old man said that if he didn't do it, they would both die, but the man can only turn on the drill slowly close to his girlfriend, but in the end, it still failed to harden his heart. The old man was so angry that he raised his weapon to attack the woman first. Just then, the hunter who had been hit by the flare came to the scene, and the scene was suddenly chaotic. Taking advantage of the fight between the two, the man quickly helped his girlfriend unbind, and then helped them out of the house. But because of the man's injuries, he eventually fell to the ground without taking a few steps. He told her to run, and he stayed to make amends. The emergency, for the sake of the baby, the woman had to escape alone. Soon the old man killed the hunter and came out. He was about to shoot the man, but the next moment the woman was pointing a weapon at him. It turned out that when she ran halfway, she accidentally saw the dead bearded man, so she picked up her weapon and rushed over. When they struggled, the woman was suddenly shot. The old man's wife arrived in time. The man saw his girlfriend die in front of him, sad and heartbroken. At this time, he just wanted to die, but the old couple did not go as he hoped, because what torments a man more than an easy death is to keep him alive.